Okay, I'm in conversation with Tru-Skool and he was a bit heated up. Okay, let's pick up from where you left off.
I just want to be constructive and say, when we make an album, we will not release it until we are content with it and totally happy with it. Now, when somebody buys it and they've enjoyed it, fair play to them.
On that note, I'd like to say, well, if that's how you feel about your music, if that's what you want to do, then you should make your album and listen to it yourself and not release it out if you're not open for opinion. So I kind of like, don't agree with that, because I think the whole point is if somebody's going to pay money because you're putting your album out there to say, here's an album, listen to it.
Don't buy it then. Don't buy it. Don't spend money there.
Well, how are they going to listen to it?
The company, if they like the album, right, they're going to release it.
So really you're saying if you like it,
and the company
especially likes it, or if it is a joint venture and the company likes it, that's it.
That's it.
You don't really give a crap if anybody out there likes your album.
You know, that's what happened with Word Is Born. We were so scared to come out in this industry because of our sound and our style. But I was like this. I was like, if one person buys my album, just one, I would be over the moon, because that guy is on a level, man. He's on my level. You know, I was thinking like that. But quite a few thousand people bought that album. So I'm chuffed with that. You know what I'm trying to say? And same with Represent and Raw as Folk. We've got loyal fans. We're happy with those fans.
But surely you want to attract more fans, though.
Yeah, but
that's like me saying, "My mummy dekhti hai, my dad dekhta hai, my pua te chachi bas aur koi dekhne di lod hi nahi."
Fair enough. Of course, we want to welcome fans to listen to our music. But what we don't want to welcome is negativity. We don't want to hear negative opinions on our tracks, because we're competent enough to know what to do with our music. If somebody don't like a track, then go and tell your mummy.
I think it's so important, because if somebody puts a product out there, like a magazine or a TV show or UK Bhangra show, and I'm saying some people out there might be saying, God, Sukhi talks a lot of SHIT, and I welcome that.
But see, as a businessman, we don't do this as a business. We're not trying to sell thousands. You know what I'm trying to say? We make tracks for people who want to hear them. And that's it. We're happy with that. As a dainty, that's it, man.
And you don't make a living, so do you have another job?
Well, it's funny how, you know, we are making a living out of it as well. So I'm happy with that now. What I like the days when Man and Mans used to buy albums, and at the end of the day, we don't need you to tell us our album don't sound good, because the record company will tell us your album's not selling, you're not making another one. But that's not happening. So we don't need to hear
your album might not sell, because it's telling people that don't buy our album. Okay, if I bought an album, right, and there's 8 songs on there, and I think 4 of those songs are great, and I think, well, this song, it doesn't quite appeal to me, but it might appeal to the next man.
That's constructive.
Or next woman.
That's constructive. But if you come up to me and say, Baji, Dani, what, you shouldn't have done that, you shouldn't have done this. If we've got a track, we've got a talkie banging on there, we've got instruments, drums, we think we're happy with that. If you don't like it, it's fair enough for you to say, I'm not feeling it. But if you start saying it's using abusive language or whatever like that, what do I want to hear that for?
So now we're going to, now maybe I understand you a bit more now, because I didn't know what level you were talking about. So do you get people come back to you and say that in abusive?
We've heard. But what I would prefer to, I would prefer it, if someone says, I'm not really feeling that track. But if someone's like saying, it's all that, is that going to change my opinion on the track? No, it ain't. Some producers will be like, well, I shouldn't make a track like that next time. And maybe I should do this. No, we're not into that, man. We make what we want to make and the way we want to make it. And if it sells, it sells. If it don't, it don't.
So how, if that's your way of thinking, then how does your albums have an individual identity? Because
they do, don't they?
Surely you must be moving along with your music.
But they do have an individual identity. What do you mean, as in
music ways? I mean, how do you kind of like accelerate, or how do you develop in the music sense?
Developing is an issue for us at the moment. Not because of what anybody else is saying, is what we're feeling. There's been so many people and producers taking our ideas, taking elements of our production in today's Bhangra. It's forcing us to change now. It's forcing us, and we're not happy about that as well. And we've even phoned some of these producers up and said, you know, you better stop, otherwise there's going to be trouble. We've actually had to go on that level.
Right.
But like, you know...
Would you like to name and shame them? Who are you talking about?
No, they know who they are.
Okay.
But like, basically now, we're trying to develop something else, but keep our core sound and our core style.
Right.
And now that's a problem for us now. It's a big problem. So if we came back with another album that sounded the same as the last one, then it comes down to whether you buy it or not. And that's it, you know? But that's just the way we've got our sound, we've got our style, we're sticking to it. But if we can't develop something new, well, it's ours in the first place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Okay. Okay, in the industry...
Can I just say something about Sahotas, for an example,
right,
Sahotas?
okay. Yeah.
I've heard thousands of people say that Sahotas album all sound the same from back in the day.
Right.
But that's what I want.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
This is your style.
When you eat quinoa, you want quinoa to taste like quinoa, innit?
Yeah.
When you want quinoa, you're going to eat quinoa. When you eat sag, you're going to eat sag.
Yeah.
When you want to listen to Sahotas, you're going to listen to Sahotas.
Yeah.
Just like when you listen to Specialist and Tru-Skool, you listen to Specialist and Tru-Skool.
Right.
You know what I'm trying to say? So, for me, I think that's a good thing to bring that back.
Right.
Obviously, I don't think you can deny development. I think that will happen because there's been developments from Represent to Word is Born and from Raw's Folk. Raw's Folk was a folk album.
Yeah.
You know, there's been changes anyway.
Right.
But in terms of our core sound with our drum patterns and things and our percussion that we use, we're going to have to go something totally different now.
On a different level. I mean, is there something in the pipeline there? Is something coming out? Have you been working on something?
We've been working
because it's been some time since...
We were working on the Specialist and Tru-Skool album, but we've had to change it. We're not happy with it.
Oh, right. Okay.
We've had to change it. You know, we've had to change it now.
So why are you not happy? Because you feel these people have nicked your ideas?
Yeah, nicked our ideas, nicked our sound, you know. And, you know, so like that.
Surely isn't that a good thing, though? Because you feel that they look up to you and they
No, because they don't credit us. It's like people might say, you lot have sampled this person, but we credit that person.
Yeah.
It's like we sampled Nas in one of the tracks in Word is Born. A deaf person knows we sampled Nas. Yeah? So it's not a big secret, is it?
Right.
You know what I'm trying to say? They sampled Nas. We sampled it because we liked to. We liked the track. We wanted to sample it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? If you got a problem with it, then sod off. You know?
Right.
At the end of the day, we've credited people. We've credited the lyric writers, songs. We've credited people. And that's the bottom line. If we've taken something that's blatantly obvious, I think that's obvious enough that they've sampled it.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's another word. How does it actually work? Because we hear lots of music that's got either a Madonna beat on it or a Dr. Dre beat on it. I mean, how does that actually work? Because surely you can't do that in the English industry, can't you? Isn't there like things are being sued or people taking you to court? I mean, how does that
Dr. Dre, all them people sample like mad days actually. Sometimes they sample a whole beat and without putting a single sound on it. They'll just take that loop and the guy will come and rap on it.
Right.
You know, like, for example, Slim Shady's My Name Is. Dre didn't even make that beat, it's just a loop.
Right.
And then he added scratches in there and Slim Shady's rapped the track on there.
Right.
Now, but they get copyright and permission for it.
I was going to say that. Why do we lose out there, the Bhangra industry? What about radios and millions of your tracks have been played? Do you get your money back from them?
Do we get our money back?
Yeah, or videos are being played and that's
We don't know, personally, as me, me and the Specialist don't know.
So is it just the company that
yeah,
takes it?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, how do you feel about them playing your music and not crediting you? Or
they do credit us.
Yeah, but not paying you for the music.
Well, it's the company, innit? That's our
so you take your product, sell it to the company, and it's up to them whether they want it as well. Okay, I'm in conversation with the one and only Suk. You know, it's really nice for him to be speaking his mind. That's why I got him back on. I said, Sukhi, you know, actually, talk about Suk.
Okay.
Is it what is it? Suk? Because I'm Suk as well.
Sukhjit.
Sukhjit, and I'm a Sukhvinder.
Okay.
So what does your name mean then? Sukhjit.
Okay. One meaning was peace and victory. Peace.
Sukhjit, peace and
full of peace.
Yeah, and obviously my name's Sukhvinder. If you know what my name means, send it to culture@BritAsia TV. If you know what Sukhvinder means, please send it. I know what it means, but I just want to know if you know what it means as well. Suk, you know part of the show. Are you a fan of the show? Do you watch the show? I mean, how do you think we could improve the show? Actually, let's open it to you.
I've watched the show every week. You know, like I've come on here and I've may have come across as quite negative.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I'm being honest. A lot of the people that have even come on this show are the worst, fake, nastiest people. Yeah, some of them I've been on the show. Proper fakers. I've got to give props to Dr. Zeus, man.
Right.
He was so blatantly honest, man. I respect that guy. He was a wicked interview. I've never met him, but that was a top interview. I rate him.
That's nice that we can get that.
But a lot of people are like fake and handy Benji and that, and then people in the audience fall for that.
Right.
And we've come across as negative. We're just being honest. We're speaking our mind.
Yeah.
No, I've not slagged anyone off blatantly today.
Yeah.
You know, so I feel like that's okay.
Feel like mission accomplished. Okay, we're going to go to a short break, and then we're going to go back to translations. And it is actually translating a song. We've had it from Nav Singh from Warsaw, and it's called Jittiyan Seven Jattine, and it says by The Specialist and Tru-Skool. So right after this break, we'll translate Jittiyan Seven Jattine just for you. Okay, welcome after the break. I am in conversation with the one and only Tru-Skool, Aka Sukhi from Derby, and he's truly like a Tru-Skool, speaking his mind on the Bhangra scene and obviously about his music. But before that, let's check out the Hot 5 top albums. Here's from 5 to 1. Okay, welcome back. I'm speaking to Sukhi from Tru-Skool. We're going to go into translations, but before that, I'm just going to throw it to Sukhi. Obviously, we've had the top 5 albums according to the production team of UK Bhangra culture. I mean, what kind of albums do you listen to Bhangra music?
Oh, yeah.
Or, I mean, what kind of albums doing it for you at the moment?
PMC's album, the one that's going to come out, I'm happy with that.
You've heard it?
I think that sounds fat. And Dr. Zeus's album from last year, the Sukhi track and all that.
Back under the
That's some
influence.
good production on there, man.
Yeah.
And that's it. All the rest is whack.
So you've heard the PMC album then? Are you close friends with PMC?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, was close friends.
What's
You know, oh, I ain't gonna lie about it. You know what I mean? But I've played percussion on this album on quite a few of the tracks, and I'm happy with the results.
Right, okay, what kind of feel has the album got? Because obviously we haven't kind of got the gist of it.
The production is the skills on his album for me. It's got a lot of skills, production skills on there, man.
I mean, Raj does it in a funny way as well. Sorry, hopefully he won't me calling him Raj, but he is PMC. But I'd just like to say I kind of know him. Like, you know, every time somebody mentions Michael Jackson, I say, oh yeah, Mike, yeah. Anyway, you know, he's not kind of a great, like you talked about music and you know the background of your music, where you come from, you've learnt the art. I mean, PMC doesn't really have that knowledge, does he? Playing a keyboard and things like that. But yet, he brings it together.
No, he plays keys, man. He plays the tumbi as well.
Really?
He's played the tumbi on his album.
You must have learnt then since I last met him.
You must have met him a very long time ago.
Gave me 100% proof. That's the last time I met him.
After that, he was playing on Magic Desi Grassroots from there, and he's played his keys and everything.
Excellent. That's nice to know that he's actually taking it seriously now and is learning. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about the translation. It's come from Nav Singh from Warsaw. It's one of your songs. Well, it's a great Kuldeep Manik song. It's called Chittiyan Seven Jattine Likh Mirze Val Paiyan. So Sukhi, how should we do this? Do you want to help me translate the word?
On every week.
Chittiyan Seba Mirza has been mentioned before.
Yeah.
So Chittiyan obviously is...
Seba sent some Chittiyan to Mirza and he read them and he's happy with them.
And he kissed
There's
them.
a track. We'd
like to go a little bit more into detail about that. But yeah, the general gist of the track is that Chittiyan Seven Jatti wrote some letters to Mirza, and indeed, the day she got a pen and...
See, look, you're going to say what I just said. You're going to just make it longer.
She wrote the Chittiyan. Chitti is a letter. Seba was the woman, and Mirza was the bloke, obviously, who got killed because he tried to take Sema on her wedding night, which is a wrong thing to do. If you're going to run away with her, run away beforehand. Pointless running away on the wedding night, because although the maa pe da bhi kharcha hoya hunda, janeet bhi aun wali hundi. So if you're going to run away with your babe or your bird or your bloke, whatever you want to do, these days, run away before that. So the yaar vichhade malaundiyan chittiyan, obviously yaar is the word given to sajjan or pyar janar karde. Vichhoda is what's Vishoda we can say? Yeah, separation, isn't it? Chittiyan malaundiyan chittiyan, dukh yaran de vandaundiyan chittiyan. Okay, so I think even in this day of age of emails and texting, I think chitti still has a letter, still has its own kind of own standing in the world, because everybody thought that emails have come in, dakiyan di bechare sade bhra daki hai kafi hai, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਛੁੱਟੀ ਹੋ ਜਾਣੀ ਹੈ. But chitti da maza hi hor hunda, chitti da nizara hi hor hunda. Did you ever get any love letters when you was at school and things like that? Did you have, and nobody had a crush on you, or when you, as you were going through school?
Did they have a crush on you?
No, man,
no, that's what we got.
Sachi?
Yeah. No, I'm joking, man. Let's talk about music.
No, we're talking about chitti though. We're talking about one of your songs, Chittiyan Seven. You selected this song, and I'm translating it because the chitti di gall kiti ya. Dil odre. No, but the release that you yaar, it's one of your fans, so I think we should give them that credit that he's selected.
Yeah, like we said
one of your
tracks. Carry on.
Dil odre da laundiyan chittiyan jadon kise da dil odr janda. Odr is another word of udas, goes into sadness, even goes into depression as well. Dil odre da laundiyan chittiyan, chitti wali gall baat hundi addi mulaqat. So although they send a letter, but even then it's only half of a meeting. So chitti really could be a call to say, let's get together somewhere, okay? So, and chitti de vich purane zamane de vich when, you know, women or blokes used to write chittiyan thode jiha scent vi chhad ke dindiyan hundiyan si. Sadiyan auntiyan jadon India baithi hunde si, uncle ithe foundry ch kam karde hunde si. So thode jiha scent la ke fir da mehk leke apne dil nu launde hunde si ke sadi watana to chitti aayi a, sade Punjab to jithe vi rehne a uthon chitti aayi a. So basically the song is about Seba writing to Mirza to say मैं तेनू बड़ा प्यार कर दी or whatever. The चिट्ठी दे विच लफाफे दे विच प्यार नू भी बंद करके you can, you know, send love. So that's what it's about. It's about a love letter from Seva to Mirza. Now we talk about folk. You're obviously a lot of into your culture. Are you into? What do you think of the Punjabi culture and how our new generations are maybe moving away from the culture?
Yeah, I think that is here and even in Punjab as well. When it's like trying to be too westernized.
Yeah.
People over here are like virtually westernized anyway.
But don't you think people here maybe more...
Coconuts, you know what I mean?
Don't you think people here maybe more sort of attached to their roots than are actually in Punjab?
Only, yeah, some are.
Yeah.
Some.
Go. Okay. You made your debut, your singing debut. And I remember last time we talked about this, you know, it didn't go down very well.
Okay.
Chad Khada Vani da.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a Surinder Shinda song.
That's right, yeah.
And you decided,
Gulshan Komal.
And Gulshan Komal as well, of course, sorry. And you decided to sing that. Tell me, why did you make that decision?
Because I wanted to.
Okay.
I'm only joking.
And you know, yeah, that's one of the...
Yeah, I just love the track. I wasn't trying to be a singer. I've said this enough times before.
Yeah.
Just liked the track, sang it, and mates liked it, and it's on the tape.
Yeah, but I thought you got great vocal ability, because when I listened to it the first time, I didn't know you were singing it. And I know, you know, Chamkila's obviously died, but he gave me that feel of Chamkila in your voice. Was that deliberate, or, I mean...
I like raw Punjabi Tate style singing.
And that would be Chamkila.
Manik, Shinda, Chamkila, Nashatar, Shatta, loads of other people.
Yeah.
Old school vibe. So I'm just trying to represent Punjabi Tate, really.
Would you like to give us a few lines of that song? Because I do like it. And the last time I spoke to you...
My singing career is like not looking very good, you know what I'm trying to say.
The last time I spoke to you, I did ask you, I said, did you do it in a comical way or in a funny way? Because the way you throw your lyrics onto that track. But once I've listened to it again, it's kind of grown on me. Could you just give us a couple of... Just to say that it was you, that it wasn't some ghost singer like you've talked about ghost producers.
I'm not confident enough to be singing in front. I've done a clip, it's on YouTube, you can see that.
Oh, can
me sitting there, playing the harmonium and singing.
Yeah.
But I was comfortable. I was at home, I was by myself, you know, I was comfortable.
Do you feel like then...
I'm not a performer, I'm not someone who can go in front of people and start singing and that. I'm not that.
So would you never perform that song on stage? I mean, if your fans wanted it.
If you know, they really wanted it, then I probably would, yeah.
But email the show, culture@britasia.tv, if you want Sukh on a Christmas special to come here and sing Shad Kheda Bani Da. Please email the show, because obviously if you buy his album and you listen to that track and you really, really like it and you want him to sing it, he will only sing it if you request it. Great. Okay, which other singers have you got? You were talking about Jeet, the new guy, Jeet, JK, a new singer coming up.
Jitinder
Saab.
From Derby, Petrie.
Born and bred in Derby.
Right. Born and bred in Derby. He's been with me for like the last 8 years, way before Word is Born and all that. We've had the plan to... I've been training him from day one.
Okay.
From absolutely nothing.
Right.
In Punjabi singing. And then for the last 3-4 years he was learning off our teacher, Paritam Singh, who I learned tabla off, and I was learning harmonium off as well. And Jatinder was learning off him as well.
Oh, right.
That was classical based, so that's more theory with, you know, your rags, everything. You're learning from the proper technical side. So as well as learning that, he's been learning the desi side from me. I taught him in an English way because I learnt pianos, you see.
Right, okay.
So I was teaching him in English, like the keys, like this is an octave and this is C, C sharp. I was teaching him in that way, so he's kind of got the best of both worlds.
So you're a bit of a star as well then?
Yeah,
so he would be your shigird if he's learning from you?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
That's really, really wonderful. What kind of... so in the olden Ustadi Shagirdi way, you know, how do you teach him? Do you record it for him? Do you write it for him?
We link on all the time.
Right.
Like come around my yard and that, would chill out, mess around, whatever, you know, watch films or whatever. But then do a bit of singing in that. Innit?
Okay. Well, that's a brilliant way of learning, isn't it? He's actually here today as well. We won't get him on
He's put a lot of hard work in. He's put years of hard work in.
Yeah.
I said you can't come out till you sound proper bad.
Right.
And he's ready now. His video is going to be coming on soon.
Okay.
A couple of weeks, I think.
So what's you know, for you future ways, because you know you've said all these things, so what can we expect from you now? What's coming out?
We've got the next Specialist in Tru-Skool album. We're starting that again.
And who's featuring on that?
That's going to be a while before that comes out. We're going to have our singers that we usually use: Kalbinder Singh Jal, Dipad Sanj, Kaka for the last time on that album. Lab Janjwa, we got him back again. We worked with Janjwa a couple of years ago. Recorded him, went to India.
Right.
We've got Gurpej Bart on there.
Okay.
We've got another new guy on there who I don't want to say who that is yet.
Will Jiti feature on that one as well?
No, he's going to do his own.
Oh, right, okay.
Individual.
Own thing, okay.
And we've got, hopefully, fingers crossed, we've got another big name who's making a comeback to the Bhangra scene.
Oh, right, okay.
And he was a bad boy singer back in the day.
I was going to say, well, how do you feel about comebacks? Because he'll ever release something.
I wouldn't say.
I mean, how do you feel about those?
More from the 90s flicks.
Right.
But yeah, like you said earlier, I think they've got to be right to come back, ain't they?
You think so?
Yeah.
You think
you can't stop them, can you?
No, obviously you can't. But I just think, you know, maybe like, you know, football-wise, you say you support Argentina because of Maradona. It's like kind of Maradona making a comeback. He's never going to be.
I'd love to see Maradona.
He's never going to be Maradona that.
Yeah, but I'd love to see Maradona because I'm a Maradona supporter.
Yeah.
I'd love to see him, even if he don't do nothing on the pitch. I'd just be so happy to see him.
Right.
You know, and I think that's what their fans are happy with. Just like with our music, I'm trying to say, when we come back and we drop our beats, people like that. They're happy with that.
Yeah.
You know, so we're happy with that. So we don't need to hear people's negative comments.
Right.
Not that we've had that many.
Right.
We've had 95% has been positive, overwhelmingly. You know, but even that 5%, we don't want to know about it.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Sukh. That's the last word is obviously yours. Thank you for tuning into UK Bhangra Culture. ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਵੀ ਦੇਖੀ ਔਰ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅੰਗਰੇਜ਼ੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਮਝ ਲੱਗੀ ਇਹ ਕਹਾਂਗਾ ਕਿ ਅੰਗਰੇਜ਼ੀ ਸਿੱਖਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਮੈਂ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇੱਕ ਦਿਨ ਮੈਂ ਹਸਪੀਟਲ ਗਿਆ ਉੱਥੇ ਸਾਡੀ ਆਂਟੀ ਜੀ ਤੇ ਅੰਕਲ ਜੀ ਬੈਠੇ ਸਨ ਔਰ ਕਾਫੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਸੱਟ ਲੱਗੀ ਸੀ ਸੋ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਵੇ ਪੁੱਤ ਸਾਡੇ ਬਾਤ ਕਰਨ ਤੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਬੈਠੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਅੰਗਰੇਜ਼ੀ ਬੋਲਣ ਤੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਬੈਠੇ ਆ ਸੋ ਮੈਂ ਇਹ ਕਹਾਂਗਾ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਮੈਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਿਖਾਲਦਾ ਉੱਥੇ ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਥੋੜੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਵੀਰ ਮੇਰੀਆਂ ਭੈਣਾਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਤੋਂ ਅੰਗਰੇਜ਼ੀ ਵੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਲਿਆ ਕਰਿਓ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਤੇ ਇਹ ਸਮਾਂ ਆਏ ਕਿ 45 ਸਾਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੰਗਲੈਂਡ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਹੱਲੇ ਵੀ ਐਮਰਜੈਂਸੀ ਯੂਨਿਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੈਠੇ ਹੋਵੇ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਅੰਗਰੇਜ਼ੀ ਨਾ ਆਵੇ ਹਰ ਬੋਲੀ ਸਿੱਖੋ ਸਿੱਖਣੀ ਵੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ so thank you for watching UK Bhangra Culture see you guys same time same place right here on Brit Asia TV